We all need clean drinking water to survive. And even though our local municipalities are fairly dependable, I don't want to bank my life on it. There have been plenty of examples where the water supply was shut off or was contaminated. Flint, Michigan had contaminated water for years. So I decided to build my own rainwater collection system for drinking. My first system was great. I was collecting off of the roof of my house. The main problem was I was collecting so much water during a storm, it was very difficult to manage. So I decided to do another version. I built this outdoor kitchen, one for me to enjoy having an outdoor kitchen, and now I have a 120-foot square steel roof, so the water that's coming off of this roof is a lot more manageable. Brand new steel, brand new gutters. The water comes off of the steel into the gutters down to the first barrel that has a coffee filter that's the initial filter that all the water goes through. I do have to wash that filter in between storms because it will collect a little bit of silt. And that first barrel acts like a first flush. Any additional silt that got through the tank will settle at the bottom. Then it goes into this 55-gallon storage tank. Inside this 55-gallon storage tank is a sump pump and an aerator. This little aquaculture pump pumps air into the water through a stone that keeps the water oxygenated and moving. When I turn the pump on, the water comes through this PEX pipe over first to this 50 micron filter, which catches any more debris. It's a steel one, so I don't have to replace that filter, and I can back flush it with a knob at the bottom. Then it goes to this second filter, and that second filter is a 5 micron filter that you can get at your local home improvement store. I chose to have a clear casing on it so I can see if there's any clogging or if there's any debris getting into that filter casing. The downside to having a filter casing that's clear is when the sun is on it, it can start to produce algae. Then next is a 0.5 micron filter, and that's going to get the very, very fine particles. I do have the option of going through this UV light tube up here, but my concern right now is I'm testing it to see if it itself is producing algae. Being UV light, it could actually work as a little algae farm, so I'm concerned about that before I hook it up full time. After I go through these two filters, the water goes into this Berkey, which is not just a filtration system, but also a purification system. So then at the end, I have clean and delicious rainwater to drink. Are there concerns? Sure, there is a possibility that there could be some kind of contamination in this water. In the same way I could pick an apple from a tree, there could be contamination on that. So it is an option to put a couple of drops of bleach in your water, but for me, I choose not to have chemicals in my water. And one scientist said it perfectly. He said, you can either have cancer tomorrow or diarrhea today. There are risks in both ways. Putting chemical in your water will reduce the risks of a live bacteria or virus, but putting chemicals in your water could also be dangerous to your health long term. So everyone has to make that decision for themselves. But for me, I've been drinking rainwater for over 7 years and have never had an issue, and to me it's delicious. When I drink some bottled water, it tastes like pool water to me because I've gotten so used to clean, clear water. So thank you for watching, and I hope this gives you some tips and inspiration for your preparedness.